hilariously funny man. So he was very often a guest on TV chat shows in the 1980s. He was also a very controversial figure. He was called the anti-psychiatrist. But his views have come more into focus because he believed in the talking methods rather than the medicated methods. But he also had very controversial views on crime and punishment and on the family. So he was a kind of a Marmite sort of a person. But he wrote, I'm not sure in what year, in the 70s, this little book of sonnets, which are mainly love sonnets, but at the very back of it are just little bits and pieces adages he calls them, about any and every subject. And I wanted to read the two that apply to sort of tenets of Christianity as we understand them and to things that we often repeat. Now, I hastily add, I don't recommend his views necessarily. I just like the way he examines things we say all the time and automatically and reevaluates their meaning. We have been recommended to pray, "Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive them that trespass against us." We may mistake an action for a trespass when it is not, or we may fail to recognize a trespass for what it is. There are those who will go to incredible lengths not to realize that they are being trespassed against. They are frightened lest they be unable to forgive, because if they cannot find it in their hearts to forgive others, how can they then expect God to forgive them? Hence, they try to convince themselves that no one is trespassing against them, so that they will have nothing to forgive. Am I entitled instead to pray, "Forgive me for not forgiving those that trespass against me"? It certainly takes a lot of nerve. I cannot turn the other cheek unless I realize I have been hit on one. But whether I turn the other cheek or not, it does not do my neighbour any good to give him the impression that he is not trespassing against me if he is. There are those, often mistaken for masochists, who are so sorry for the one who is doing them in that they cannot bring themselves to defend themselves. They may even feel that they cannot love the one who is abusing them if they allow themselves to see that they are being abused. Love is not always blind. It may see just enough to prefer the dark.